Hey guys, chapter 1019 of One Piece is out, and this was very much another fight-centric chapter, this time focusing on Sasaki and Frankie's battle, but there wasn't much else to talk about in terms of plot or anything interesting like the Sun God in the last chapter, so this is gonna be another short review. Let's just get the most important thing of the chapter out of the way first, because I think that's the only thing that's really worth diving into and looking in depth at, which was Yamato's hybrid form transformation. Now, from a pure visual standpoint, I think this transformation is so unique and interesting. I don't think we've ever seen anything like this in the series, and I gotta say, I love it. I think it looks badass and amazing and elegant at the same time, but I see a lot of people draw comparisons to the Minx Sulong transformations, and I think that's also because we're seeing this in black and white, so we don't have any sense of color, so I'm sure it's going to be a lot more distinct once we see it in the anime or like a color spread or something. As for what the fruit itself could be, I think that it's the mythical model of the Uma Uma no Mi, or the horse fruit, model Kirin. Now this isn't really a stretch because we've already actually seen the normal version of the Uma Uma no Mi eaten by Gonfal's bird on Skypiea. But what makes me so sure that is the Kirin fruit that Yamato had eaten? Well, I'm not only saying this because of noticeable physical similarities between the Kirin and Yamato's hybrid form, but rather what the meaning or what the Kirin symbolizes. For those that don't know, the Kirin is a mythical creature that originated from Chinese mythology, but since then there have been many iterations of it that have spread around the world. The Chinese depiction of the Kirin is much more dragon-like, whereas the one from Japan is much more akin to that of a horse or deer, so it really depends which route Oda wants to take this in. He could very well have a thing where Kaido's a dragon and Yamato's a dragon, but seeing as how One Piece is a Japanese series and how even Yamato's hybrid form, it doesn't have, as far as I can see, it doesn't have any physical traits of a dragon like Kaido does. And Kaido ate the fish fruit, so I'm not sure how that will exactly work out, but I do believe that it's the Uma Uma no Mi that Yamato has eaten. Now, I'm 99% sure that Yamato is a Kirin based on, and I'm taking this right off of Wikipedia, the Kirin is said to appear with the imminent arrival, or passing, of a sage or illustrious ruler. Now ask yourself this, what is Yamato doing right now? That's right, they're stalling Kaido, waiting for the imminent arrival of one person. And who could that be? Well, Monkey D! And Zoro. Speaking of which, this transformation actually debunks the whole Yamato is a tiger theory, which has been theorized for a while now. Now, if you're not in the loop, the dragon and the tiger in Japanese mythology symbolize heaven and hell, and they were always in constant turmoil with each other. Obviously, we know that Kaido represents the dragon, but who would be the tiger then? Well, Yamato was a likely candidate for that role because Yamato hates Kaido for what he did, so there was that, but now that doesn't seem like it's the case anymore. So, there's one slot left open. I wonder who that could be. Yeah, I'm just saying, there's a slot open. What I'm interested in though is what Yamato's powers will be exactly, because there are a lot of different variations to it. One breathes fire while the other shoots lightning, so I'm interested to see where Oda goes with this. Now, upon rereading the chapter, I noticed something very interesting. Now, this could very well just be my interpretation of the events, it's not facts or anything, but this is how I see it. I think Kaido wanted Yamato to actually eat the fruit despite what he's saying, so let me explain. Yamato couldn't leave the island, but Onigashima is huge. You mean to tell me that she couldn't find food anywhere else on the island where they're always having parties and banquets and there are subordinates everywhere. She couldn't find food anywhere else, but she somehow stumbled upon this devil fruit that Kaido desperately wanted. Something's not adding up here. I believe that Kaido purposely starved Yamato to the point where she'd have to eat the fruit. Logically, I think that this makes the most sense, and even if you look at Kaido's expression throughout the whole explanation that Yamato is giving, he's smiling through all that and didn't say a word, implying that everything that he's done has been for a purpose and it worked out exactly how he wanted. It's these little subtle things that really make me love One Piece, but that's unfortunately where the cool and interesting stuff ends because the rest of the chapter was kind of meh. Like, it wasn't bad, but it wasn't very good either. It was kind of just whatever. Like, we've had the headliners again. Woo, yay, switching sides. We're helping you out, bro. Like, okay, we've had this for like 3 or 4 chapters now. I'm kind of just over it. It's become redundant at this point. And, you know, the rest of the fight, it was alright. It was kind of comedic in nature, so I didn't really feel the urgency of the battle, but I did find it really funny. And Sasaki's hybrid form, I thought it looked cool too. But I don't know, there wasn't much substance to it, if you know what I mean. If the Flying Six are in fact taken out here and Sasaki is down for the count, I will be very, very disappointed. If that is in fact the case, then I don't really want to say it, but I feel like these will be the worst fights in One Piece on an individual 1v1 basis. And that's all because Oda is not showing us. Show us, Oda, what is happening? We've seen the matchups happen. We skipped the beginning and the middle completely, just off screen that. We've seen snippets here or there, but it was mostly off screen. And now we're only seeing like less than a chapter or one chapter of a full fight that's just the ending and they get defeated like that. Like, it's not even like the Straw Hats are getting pushed to their extreme limits. Like, they're just kind of mid-diffing them, if I'm being honest. Look at Jinbei and Frankie's fights. They barely have any major injuries. So, that's why I'm inclined to believe that there is still more that we're not seeing. I hope and pray, because if that's not the case, then yikes. Help me make sense of this, okay? If Ulti can get up from Big Mom's Mazer Cannon, which was a combination attack with her 3 strongest homies, why can't Sasaki and Husu get up after a beam and a punch? I'm sure those attacks aren't stronger, unless Ulti is just somehow way stronger than everybody else, which I doubt. The other 2 should be getting up as well, which is why I believe that there's like an 80% chance that they're not done for. Outside of that though, I thought that Sasaki's Helix Sword was pretty cool and his Devil Fruit as well. I'm not gonna explain or begin to understand how the hell that works, because it just does. How it supports that body mass, I have no clue. How can Brook poop and fart as a skeleton? That's my explanation. There we go. I thought it was pretty funny though. It seems like it's the upgraded version of Buffalo's Spin Fruit, and he flies around as a Triceratops. Cool. And yeah, that's pretty much the chapter. I don't think there's anything else that's worth mentioning. If I missed something, please let me know in the comments section down below. I'm giving this chapter rating a 6 out of 10. And yep, if you liked the video, go down and hit the like button, subscribe to the channel for more future content like this, and I will see you all very, very soon.